I had to come and make this video real quick because it's really been heavy on my spirit lately. I've been trying to keep quiet about things, but you know how, who was it, Ezekiel or Jeremiah, they had said something like they were holding the word in, and it started to be like fire in their bones. And I think that's part of the reason why I'm having sickness is because I'm not expressing the words in which the Father has put in my soul. Um, I'm feeling a little bit emotional about this because I know I've made some videos recently that probably made it seem a certain way. My views on race. Here is my complete view concerning race. All right. So, there were three sons of Noah. There was Shim, Ham, and Japheth. And they all look the same, in my opinion, because brothers are going to look the same. Like, even my brother, who's my half brother, both our parents are black. We're both black. Okay? So, Shim, Japheth, and Ham were the same race. Ham is the progenitor of the Africans, many Africans, not all of them, okay? Africans are black, they're dark skinned, okay? It's not like God was like, okay, no, I'm going to give you a white son, a black son, and a Mexican son. That's not what God did. They were all black. I know it. They were not white. You cannot tell me all of humanity came from white people. Like, I just know. Because it's much easier for white people to come from black people than vice versa. That's not the point of the case. The point of the matter is God looks at Ham, Japheth, and Shim differently because Shim, his name means like fame, like one that would gain fame from just their righteousness type deal. That's what happened to Jesus. All these people know him nowadays. He was good before God. However, Ham defiled his father's bed. He looked on his nakedness. And so for that reason, Ham was cursed. Japheth doesn't really say too much about. He would dwell in the tents of Shim. It seemed like pretty neutral or something, but that's probably not necessarily true. And so all three of these brothers who were the same race had different characteristics, different images, if you will. Shim had the name of the father. The other two, not necessarily. So what I keep seeing on YouTube, and it breaks my heart because I follow certain people and I know they're speaking the truth about certain things, but this whole race thing has been coming up lately. And I felt like I didn't really want to go down that path, but I did get into it a little bit and I felt like a change in my spirit, and I've recently been having a check in my spirit because it's not right before the Lord. So the last few days, people have been putting videos up talking about interracial dating. Black people dating white people dating black people. Okay, in their minds, they're thinking that the Israelites are black and all the white people are Gentiles, which, I do very much believe that African Americans and all the black people that are in these different countries, they were part of the tribes of Israel. Some of them were part of the tribes of Ham. And so their understanding is that when you are a black person dating a white person, you're a Shemite dating either Esau or dating Japheth. And I just don't agree. Like, I don't understand why they're getting so upset when a lot of these people are not even under God in the first place. They are literally acting like the very people that they are dating, if they're even acting like them. It might be the opposite. That white person in the relationship might actually be closer to God than that black person in the relationship, yet people are going off about this. The thing is, there's nothing wrong with a white person dating a black person and vice versa. You have to look at the heart of people, okay? If a person is a white Christian and this other person is a black Christian, then in God's eyes, they are one under him. They are both his children. It does not matter if she's black and he's white, okay? They are Israel at that point. That's why it says there's neither Jew nor Gentile. So why are you looking at their skin color? That white person is your brother when they decide to come under the Lord. Ezekiel 47 even talks about any strangers that dwell with Israel and decide to follow the laws of the land of God, they get a portion of the land and they will have children among us. So if you're thinking to yourself, oh, there's this white Gentile that's dating this, black Shemite and they both love God, then you're not thinking right. And you're making race about their skin color, which, from my understanding, the current understanding of race was introduced in like the 1500s. Like, it is a recent phenomenon. When he sees race, he sees your character, okay? He says the Hamites, this is one race, the Shemites, this is one race, and Japheth, this is one race, and they are all of the same color, okay? So he's looking at this white person as his child. They will integrate with the Israelites. They will become Israelites. They can only enter the kingdom by even becoming an Israelite in the first place. That's why it says that there's 12 doors to the gate of heaven. So, this is just insanity. And people are going off. And to me, it's like it's turning away other races from coming into the fold. God is not a racist, all right? He's not like, oh, I don't like you because your skin color, I don't like you. No, he is looking at the heart of every single individual. That's why it says he does not judge by appearance like man does. He judges by the heart. And surely there were wicked people in Israel, being black and they got scattered into foreign countries like the slaves. That's why they got scattered. That is why they got scattered. They were doing some stuff they weren't supposed to be doing. That is part of the curses of Deuteronomy 28. He said, if you do not follow me, I will put you on a slave ship and I will scatter you into a foreign land, okay? So, it's frustrating to me because it puts people in the mindset of a false idea of race. People are dying because of their racism. Like, it is literally a burden on people's shoulders. And it was funny too because I was speaking to one of my friends the other day, last week, 2 weeks ago, on the phone. And, he's Native American. He looks white to me. No offense if you're watching this video. But I went to say, I would just never date a white guy. And I had to catch myself because I was like, wow, that's super ignorant. And I never want anyone to say that they would never date a black girl just because I'm black. Like, that's super ignorant, right? And so, love your neighbor as yourself. Don't be an idiot. And it was funny because he was like, I just want to hear, he's kind of laughing. He's like, I just want to hear what you're going to say about this. I was like, all right, I'm convicted. And so now it's been weighing on me because I feel like they are drawing people into a dark pit by making these things so much about skin color when it's really about people's spiritual disposition more than anything. Like I said, Ham's spiritual disposition was messed up. That's why he was cursed. And Shim's spiritual disposition was blessed, because he did what the Father said. And so I just don't want any brothers and sisters to be pushed away from the faith because they think they're not good enough because of their skin color. And I don't feel like the Most High is like looking at white people like, I don't want you in the fold, He's not out on the street telling these black Hebrew Israelites to tell white people that they're going to be our slaves. Like, he's definitely not doing that. So if you're a black Hebrew Israelite and you're doing that kind of stuff, you need to stop. Just stop. Like, you don't want people to do that to you, so why are you doing it to other people? There's nothing wrong with telling people, they're going to go to hell, because many of them are, and Jesus told them that himself. But it's almost like another gospel is being preached, and it's concerning skin color, when what you really should be doing is talking about the saving grace of the Most High. You should be teaching people his laws, his statutes, and his commandments, not talking about your white people are going to be our slaves. I'm like, how is this helping anyone? Like, it literally isn't. So, just watch out for racist mentalities. I've had to check myself multiple occasions because, I grew up being racist against. There's black guys that told me that they didn't want to date me because I was black, and there was white guys that told me that they didn't want to date me because I was black, and that I held on to that. So what do you think is happening when you say this kind of stuff to white people, talking about they're going to be your slaves, and just saying all sorts of crap to them, things that you should not be saying, because again, you don't want anyone to say it to you, and secondly, you're supposed to be the light of the world. That is darkness. So we need to repent immediately, because this is not going to work if you want to inherit the kingdom of heaven. You guys be blessed and have a good one. Bye.